Well, it's like the coldest day on record today. It's my phone says negative 52 wind chill today in Moni, Illinois, and a real temperature of minus 23. I'm off work today because my job shut down because of the temperature, so it's a perfect day for gear testing. So I'm going to test some sleeping bags out here in the cold, and I'm going to lay them right out here in the wind, let them cool off so they're cold as hell when I jump into it, and see how they go and see if I can maintain body temperature inside there. Well, like I said, I'm taking advantage of this cold day and testing out some of my gear. We get these real cold days, it's a good opportunity for that, and a good opportunity to test out yourself also to see if your system will actually work and if you can handle things. Did about 45 minutes with the first test, a little over an hour with the second test. I didn't get cold and bail out, it's just all the time I had. First one, I went with the Wiggys sleep system. It's a 2-bag system, and it's supposed to be rated down to 30 below zero. And it's a 0 bag from this company Wiggys, made in USA. And then on top of that is an oversized 30-degree bag. So, let's see. So I put both the bags together, and I threw it outside, and I let it cool off, get the temperature. I left it out there for about an hour. And for this system, since it's supposedly rated to negative 30, and it was only negative 23 outside, so I figured it should be good. I shouldn't need any help. So after it got cold, I stripped down to my underwear and ran out there and jumped inside the bag. And it was like jumping in cold water. The bag was so cold. And then I closed it up over my head, and didn't take long to get comfortable in the bag to reach temperature. And stayed out there for 45 minutes. I was alternating at times, like taking my head out and laying in it like normal, like it's designed to lay in, and other times closing it above my head. And I wasn't cold at any time, so I would imagine that I could probably make the night in that thing in relative comfort in temperatures like this. So I was pretty happy with that. And then my next system was probably a little more realistic, because this thing weighs, I think, like 9 pounds. So it's actually 2 sleeping bags. So I would only have it if I knew I was getting into this kind of temperature. But for my next test, I tested out this this bag. I got this bag like recently off Amazon, $90. It's 2 pounds, down bag, and I was skeptical, when I bought it, because usually a 2-pound down bag is rated to 15 degrees. That's what this thing's rated for. It's like $400, So this thing for $90, I figured I'd give it a shot. And since I got it, I've slept in it I had 3 nights that were around 15 degrees, maybe even a little under. And I've been pretty comfortable. I mean, at times I wake up and, my arms are out of the thing and I'm cold, and I'll close it back down and get warm again. But it's kept me warm. So, today's test, we're giving up like 35, almost 40 degrees below its rating. So to simulate like a situation where I'm hiking and I get caught in something bad in the mountains and it gets cold, this is what I'd actually be having with me. So I have this, like I said, 2-pound bag, rated to 15. I had this sleeping pad I also got off Amazon for $40. This thing weighs just under a pound, so we got 3 pounds altogether. This, I think, is a big help to get up off the ice, because in the original test I was laying with this double bag. I was laying right on the ice. That wasn't even with a sleep pad or anything. With this one here, the combination of this, I had to blow this up a couple times, because I blew it up inside the house. I put it outside, went out there, half hour later, thing's flat. So then I went outside, blew it up, but from the warm air inside my lungs, the difference in pressure from when the air cools off. So blew it up again, and I went out there and blew it up a 3rd time, and then it maintained pretty good pressure from there. It was pretty full. So this, and then I had the clothes I have on, so I got a pair of thermals, and then just this Kuiu Peloton shirt with a merino wool t-shirt underneath it. And you know, just like a merino wool down, I mean bottoms, thermal bottoms with the Piranha pants over top. So just like I would be actually on a backcountry trip. You know, I actually had a merino wool beanie cap, not this hat, at the time. And then I put on this Kuiu down packable suit. It's just a really lightweight down jacket and pants. It collapses to like almost nothing. It weighs almost nothing. These are the pants. I have this with me almost all the time because it's just not worth leaving at home because it doesn't weigh hardly anything. So this thing with the full length side zips, it's great, easy to put on, easy to take off, easy to pack away. I put this inside my pack, inside a little waterproof container, and it sucks it down. It's like a vacuum pack bag, and it sucks it down to nothing, and I always have it with me. And then with that in combination with a rain suit, I feel like I'm pretty good as far as like staying warm. So if I was in this situation, I would definitely be wearing that over top of my clothes, you know, to sleep at night. So I put that on, I put that suit on, went out there, left all this outside for, like I said, like an hour. And then with that on, I got inside the bag on top of the pad, and I did feel pretty cold when I got in there. Like my hands and feet were cold in the beginning. Didn't take me long to warm up. I spent over an hour in there. And the same thing at times, taking my head out, you know, and times closing it above my head, because I feel like that simulates real sleep, because that's how it is when I'm sleeping in the cold. I usually close up above my head and then I'll fall asleep and my hands aren't holding anymore, wake up, my head's out, be a little bit cold, close it up again, warm up again. It's usually typically how a night in the cold goes for me anyway. So I did that, and I was good, man. I mean, in an hour, I didn't drop body temperature. I felt comfortable the whole time. So I was pretty impressed with this stuff. Made me feel pretty good about a situation that I might get stuck in. And I think it's relevant to make note of. It just so happens I'm on a 5-day fast right now, and this is day 4 of a 5-day fast. So it's a Wednesday, and I have not eaten since Saturday evening. So nothing but water and black coffee. So that's a good simulation of a survival situation as well, you know, is that going on hungry and all that. So I think it's a pretty good test, and feel pretty good about the results of my gear.